WWDC. What is WWDC? This is the major Apple software event that they will showcase their power in software. They will, of course, show their hardware power in September, but this is their software event. Today, the 3rd of June, we are recording the episode. In exactly 2 weeks, they will conclude their event regarding software and they will showcase their power in software and what will be new in iOS, macOS, and every OS. Today, in this episode, as a channel tradition, we usually do a episode prior to the event and after the event. The episode prior to the event, we will share the predictions, the rumors that what will be unveiled in those software events and everything. After that episode, after the episode, then event will be happening. Then after the event, we will do another episode evaluating the things that we guessed right and what we went wrong with our rumor research. I am Mudara, your host.
I'm Kanishka.
Welcome you guys for our 83rd episode of the Aprender podcast. Ayubowan.
Ayubowan.
Macha, what is WWDC means?
It means Worldwide Developer Conference, right?
Yes, exactly. If you guys don't follow up with WWDC, you might heard about Google I/O. This is exact equivalent to what Google doing, but this is Apple. So same event, not the same event, but same concept. That the event they used to showcase the software power. In today's episode, we will break it down to you guys with what we find on our research, what we find on our background check regarding next features and capabilities that will unlock with next versions of next iterations of their software OSs, categorizing to iOS, macOS, iPadOS, and even HomeOS. Not the HomeOS, it's actually tvOS. And we will discuss about Apple's power and what Apple's lagging behind and everything. So, before starting this episode, we should acknowledge the elephant in the room regarding Apple.
Yeah.
What is that, Maja? What is the trend in tech now?
Artificial intelligence.
Yes, exactly. AI, artificial intelligence, and generative AI. The things that with a single line of text, you can now even generate whole videos with OpenAI, Sora, and everything. But Apple is lagging really behind. I think they don't even have time to do catch up with AI. I think, Machang, personally, I think they were so focused in Vision Pro and augmented reality and virtual reality, and they didn't took seriously AI. They didn't took AI seriously, but now after 2 years, like ChatGPT is not even, I think, we don't even heard about ChatGPT prior to OpenAI and everything. Like 2 to 3 years ago, Google and Apple were the two main competitors and main kings in this mobile and tech industry. But now with ChatGPT front running with AI and OpenAI revealing certain new capabilities with ChatGPT, we are so locked into Android and Apple. What is Apple doing in this? They actually don't do anything in this.
Yeah.
So this upcoming event will be their opportunity to let's say, honestly, most users are now really frustrated with Apple because their hardware is excellent, no doubt with it. Software is good, yes, they do really optimize well software, but the market competitors does amazing things with AI and unlocking certain capabilities for their devices. And even Apple ecosystem locked users are even now wondering what is Apple doing, why we can't do this, why they can do this, why we can't do this, and everything. So this will be Apple's opportunity to showcase the AI power. Not only the AI power, the best way they can improve their current operating systems and old software suite. First, Macha, let's break it down. let's start with iOS. Okay. With currently iOS version is 17.5.1, I think. The latest one. Do you like it? How is it comparing to 16?
Comparatively to 16, it's good. It's good. But when it comes to customization, I think that's one of the areas Apple is lacking right now. Because you know how much of customizations and everything else comes into play with Android and Samsung and other OSs, but iOS lacking in there. But apart from that, it's good. I wish there were more customizations that we can do going forward. Yeah.
Other than that, comparing to 16, Machang, 17 is more stable, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have any major like battery draining issues or anything.
Mhm.
Of course, we had initial issues with iPhone 15 series and battery draining, but they were able to overcome those issues. Thing is, Majang, if you just think about the things that exactly you said. You can't you don't have any customization options. But if you are, let's say this, you and me both, we both are now in the ecosystem, right? Apple ecosystem. We use their default apps. That's the issue, Macha. We use their default apps. So Safari, web browsing Safari, chatting iMessage, note taking notes app. That's the issue, Macha. If you take Microsoft Edge having the same features with Windows and Android and everything, but not even having certain features. But we as ecosystem locked users, we need more customization from the default apps.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this is an issue, because if you have those apps, really the Apple default apps working really well. They don't hang up on yourself. They don't like freeze or anything. Not happening anything to them. So be so used to those applications and service they offer. Customization, yeah, that's a good point. iOS is really lacking actually. Compared to 16, 17 offers more customization options actually. With iOS 16 now, Majang, this is a really groundbreaking feature that you will be able to put your app icon anywhere you want. Imagine that. Imagine that telling it to Android users.
Yeah.
Like, I think Android 1.0 even had that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is a really big change. We both laugh, but this is a really big change, Macha. For me personally, I use my apps with muscle memory, not my eyes or not everything. I use it muscle memory. I do a single swipe left, and there's that app. I know that which app is there, so I touch it. I don't even look at the icon or anything, because if I messed up my home screen settings, the app icon orientation, I know that if I put certain app here, the another app will fill that place. That's how iOS home screen works. We are so used to that. In users' perspective, this change might be really hard.
Yeah. I don't even know where to put my apps.
Yeah, there are several implementation. I saw several users implement several creative ideas. Like, I think there's a meme that in Lion King, that Simba rolled it up. Yeah. Some guys put the X app in that position. You implement this feature in really creative ways, but I'm not sure I'm ready to implement it, or even use it. I think it's better to have rather than nothing.
Did you see the pictures?
Yeah, based on the rumors, certain users, certain designers created mocks of the possibilities of this implementation. They created the Figma designs based on the rumors. Maja, another feature that we found that they will unveil in this WWDC for iOS 18 is that imagine a situation like this. When you set up your home screens on your mobile phone or iPad or anything, you just create folders, right? And for example, for social media, I create a folder called social and I put all my social media apps in that folder. We all does that, right? We all use foldering system. And with iOS 16, as I remember, they implemented the app library that in default it will categorize out those applications into separate folders. Imagine a situation where those app folders, the apps inside those app folders having same colored icons.
Okay. Same colored icons.
That will the same colored icons.
Okay.
Color thing will be same. For let's say social media, it will all icons will be blue. Okay, this is not a feature that will implemented by the app developers. It's a system-wide feature.
Okay.
So you can bring your Twitter icons back to blue. No, it's black. You can do that. You can make your WhatsApp icon blue or red. You can do that.
So
it's rumored. Yeah.
I think like in Telegram, we were able to change the icon as well, right? So
yeah. They offer that opportunity.
They offer it like a premium feature as well, right?
Yeah.
Like
they do.
Premium.
They do that.
Okay. So
yeah, they are offering free tier application icons and even paid ones. This feature implemented on I saw Snapchat does this, Duolingo does this. A lot of apps do this, Macha.
Okay.
They're going to implement this in system-wide level. Again, if you're an Android user, we know that you have this feature.
Yeah.
But hey, this is new to us, so we are excited. But I'm definitely sure I'm not going to use it. I'm not like in grade 2. I don't need things to be color coded.
Yeah.
But Majang, I thought about it, why they put this effort into this feature. But if you are an like really elderly person, this helps, right? You can just assign WhatsApp into red color and you can tell mom that's the red colored icon. It's easy. It will help for some people, but not for me.
Yeah.
Definitely not for me. But these are like small customization features that Anishka requested not so long ago.
Which one?
They are offering this customization. You needed customization option.
Yeah.
So you needed what do you call Rolls Royce of customization, but you are getting like Maruti Alto kind of customization. So better than nothing.
Yeah.
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
It's really good that this trend that Apple is actually keeping up and catching up to Android level of customization based on user request, and definitely the implementation will be bit head turning. Android users might tell that okay, this is the way to implement this. Apple always does this. That's their like marketing strategy. They wait others to do things and they will do catch up, and their catch up will be really phenomenal. Those are the system level system-wide app customization. Another thing I found, with iOS and macOS and everything, they does update their suite of apps. Like every apps will be getting updated. In Android, every single app getting updated separately. They just put OS update. After like week, Gmail app will get another update, Messages app will get another update. But in iOS, they don't do that. They always put out a major OS update to update even a single feature in a single default app. I think this trend might be changing this year. They already do this for Shortcuts app, and as I call
Classical music. They are receiving Apple Music Classical. I think they are also
receiving separate updates, right?
Yeah.
I think Apple Support app is getting several updates, separate updates. and everything. I'm not sure whether this is a good thing because their development cycles will be shorter.
Yeah.
Bugs will be there.
Yeah.
With imagine situation like you only get a chance to put an update to your default app once a year. You have like half an year to prepare for that update.
Yeah.
They make sure that this update is good. Users will actually love it. But imagine you need to update your apps once a month. The update cycles will be shorter. The bug fixing cycles will be shorter. I have that doubt, but let's see how things will go out. Okay, in iOS, let's talk about the elephant in the room, Maja. Siri, what Siri?
Yeah.
Siri is like currently actually at Siri level.
Yeah.
But don't take us wrong. If you want to do on device small tasks like putting an alarm clock, putting your phone into airplane mode, like basic application functions, mobile hardware functions, Siri is exceptional at it. She does really good well on devices task, but if you ask her to do Google search, she will really dumb. She's really dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Then at certain times, Siri don't even reply to. She just ignores it. She act like she didn't heard that. So what will be updated with Siri? Basically, they are rumoring it as Siri 2.0, right, Maja? What will be there?
So basically, like it is going to be like a Jarvis kind of a update, right? I thought I as of now I thought like it's going to be like just only the having a conversation and doing a search and something like that, but like does that update comes with doing all sorts of things in the OS, like replying to an email right away and making a reservation or ordering an Uber Eats, something like that. Is it that going to be advanced? Oh
yeah. I thought about it, but I put my thoughts on it. At the current state, Maja, apart from ChatGPT 4.0 and Google Assistant, ChatGPT is like really exceptional now. She can do anything. She can get input real time and everything. ChatGPT exceptional. Other than that, as a smart assistant goes, none of them are really do certain tasks first. Let's say I'm asking Siri to do put a reminder. She only put a reminder in the reminder. If I'm asking her to send a message to Kanishka, she will prompt me the message. She will ask the confirmation to it. In the every step, we have to get involved in that process. If it is actually an assistant, it is actually a assistant that will help us with our task. Imagine situation like this. I need a cheese kottu from Pilaus. I'm asking Siri to order cheese kottu, large one from Pilaus. Imagine a situation where she able to open the Uber Eats app, put an order, finding a vendor, putting an order, paying to that order. I think it's rumored that Siri 2.0, the new Siri, will be able to do that. Actually.
Okay.
I'm not sure, Bang. I'm not sure about the.
Nah, the thing is like when initially the ChatGPT released ChatGPT 4.0, I used it, and when I was having a conversation with 4.0, it was fantastic, and basically I felt like Joaquin Phoenix in her movie, because they have this Scarlett Johansson identical voice and everything is perfect. But one of the thing I saw lacking is like, even though I was able to have a conversation with ChatGPT 4.0, but let's say as soon as I wake up, I take my phone, and if I have the ability to speak up to my phone saying good morning, and right away my personal assistant or Siri or something tell me what sort of notification I have, what sort of email I have received, and how is my day schedule going to be, and the weather, and what I have to do, and if I'm going to do something, they will suggest me these type of approaches to take. Likewise, if that particular GPT or that personal assistant is integrated into our mobile application, I think that way it can do a lot of stuff, right? So then if Apple is going to do that, then it's going to be next level. Huh? It's I don't think we won't be needing we will be stuck here in Apple ecosystem forever if that's going to happen.
But that actually I haven't thought about it, but now I as you explained that, I imagine a situation where all my devices connected with an Apple account.
Yeah.
Siri can access to everything. She can do anything.
Yeah.
Like, fuck if Apple might put a subscription on it. Like Siri Plus.
Yeah. It can
you have to play
all everything. We have this journaling app right now as well, right? So if we do the journaling and everything else, then Siri might be able to predict our feelings, how we feel, how we think, and depending on our feelings and everything else, the music we listen to, Siri might be able to suggest things. And if we were able to use Apple Pay, Siri might be able to suggest financial advice and everything else. So it's gonna be freaking awesome.
Yeah. The thing is, Apple have the really vast advantage in the ecosystem. Also, as the company more focused on privacy, user privacy, and they do marketing really well with user privacy, I'm really interested about how they will handle the on-device processing, on-device AI processing, or they might use cloud integrations with certain things. Like for image generations, they definitely implement image generation features. Those features might need cloud connectivity with AI resources, that third-party APIs. I'm really excited to see the way they implement those features, focusing on user privacy and security. Because I don't have an idea about what are the measures that we can do.
Probably European region is also ready for the same.
Yeah.
So they can.
I think the Siri 2.0 might be. If you haven't know, Apple did their own research with a ChatGPT level assistant. They hired Google head of AI, and they took like 2 years to build the Siri, next generation of Siri. But I think as my research and everything, I think Apple failed. They don't even stand a chance against ChatGPT or Gemini or anything. That's they realized that first of all, they knew that they need to keep up with AI. The moment I realized this is in the previous iPad event, most recent iPad event, Apple openly talked about AI. They use the word AI. They don't do that much. They don't use even data science or machine learning. They use machine learning a lot, but they don't use AI. But with M4 iPad, they constantly said that this iPad is AI ready. You can do a lot of AI things in this. So they basically hinted that AI will be hugely implemented in the Apple ecosystem. And I saw certain Apple hardware VPs and software VPs and marketing heads, even Tim Cook interviews prior to this episode. They are pretty confident regarding next WWDC and the power that they will unveil in this event. So I'm pretty excited about the AI capabilities. Siri 2.0, I think as they failed to do their in-house assistant building part, ChatGPT competitor building part, they approached several companies. Bloomberg reported this. they approached OpenAI, Google Gemini, even Alibaba for certain AI related deals. And finally, they announced a partnership with OpenAI. Not actually announced, they struck a deal with OpenAI exactly day before OpenAI unveiled ChatGPT 4.0. So people realized that okay, this Siri 2.0 will gonna be exactly like ChatGPT 4.0 because ChatGPT and OpenAI might gonna create this for Apple. So the only thing Apple had to do is make a barrier, make a framework that she can't be overpowered or she can't utilize user privacy, because ChatGPT and OpenAI really not caring at all about user privacy. For their Sora video generating model, they use YouTube.
Yeah.
That's not okay, that's not ethical. They didn't acknowledge that, but they just kept silent about that. I'm not trusting ChatGPT or OpenAI with my data. For ChatGPT usage, I'm using also a dummy account. You should also. I'm not using my personal account with ChatGPT. She's getting too good. I'm not sure that I'll trust her. I have trust issues with AI.
Yeah.
Anyway, ChatGPT will, OpenAI will really help Apple with Siri. As Kanishka explained, if Apple having the advantage of ecosystem with Siri, it will be a game over. No one in the industry can, I think, compete with Apple. I think Samsung doesn't have their own OS. They can't put a ecosystem, well-functioning ecosystem. Google definitely can't do that. Microsoft, they are trying with the hardware and software. I'm not sure that they will catch up. I don't know, but I'm not sure. But who are they? They have their own OS, Harmony OS or something.
Yeah.
They might keep it up. I'm not sure. So let's focus on this episode.
Yeah.
So Siri will next generation of Siri will be improved. I think with this OpenAI deal, there are rumors regarding Apple iOS and macOS really bad at notification handling. That I should agree with anyone, but because Android does it really well. Been years, but I think Apple still can't figure out a way to manage notification. Sometimes they group together, sometimes they just not. I think there is a huge rumor that notification summarizing will be powered by AI, on-device AI. I'm counting on it. I'm not sure how this will turn out to be, but I'm counting on it. There is another small feature like text summarizing. With the current state of ChatGPT and generative AI things, those chat AIs are really good at text summarizing, generating images, generating videos. So Apple will implement those three. They will implement like background object removal with Photos app, like certain small features that they will do really good catch up with other competitors. Other than that, their AI will improve iOS a lot. And the thing is, Majan, they actually might need certain parameters to limit the access to internet for certain tasks. For like image generation, you would absolutely need internet connection.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how Apple will handle this. Let's wait and see. Actually,
yeah, they probably will get another extra chip for that, right? And embed with another iPhone model.
Yeah, it's rumored, Macha. It's rumored that for majority of these AI related features, users need minimum of iPhone 15 or 15 Pro.
Okay.
I think a lot of the AI processing they will do on device to better utilize the user privacy. Users will not agree, or they can't market a device that send user data to a third party cloud where they process that data and send us a result back. That's how ChatGPT and Gemini is working.
Yeah.
They will implement on device way. to process those things. Those are the majority, like head turning features, but there are certain rumors regarding small features, like usage of generative AI in customized emoji. Like you can do memoji, you can do facial personas in Vision OS. Now they will implement a way to mix 2 to 3 emojis and create your own one, like generative one. It's rumored that they are internal testing this, and it's really good. They might implement it in iMessage, and make it more equal to WhatsApp. So, other than that, what will be new on their default apps, Machan, like Safari, Notes, and iMessage? Let's start with Safari.
So they will be getting ad blocker, right? Web eraser, 2 ad blocks.
Yeah. That's basically they are imitating the feature of the DuckDuckGo web search engine. That will really erase your search entry as soon as you close the app. I think web eraser, the feature is called web eraser. I think internally they are saying internally testing these features. Basically, this feature will block certain ads. Imagine a website, you are reading the website, there are certain Google ads, right? Safari will block those. So you will have a seamless experience. I'm not sure Apple will release this, because in certain regions mobile ads are generating revenue. I'm not sure how. Imagine billion of active devices blocking the ads, the revenue will be lost in a huge way. I'm not sure how this feature will be working out. What else, Majan? What else?
Search assistant.
Yeah.
Then
I think
yeah,
I'm not able to find certain details regarding search assistant, but as Mark Gurman, the guy from the Bloomberg explained, this will be a assistant that will able to summarize a web page or do certain tasks, like save it to read it later, like search buddy.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are the small things that help with generative AI and on-device AI that Apple will implement. And it rumored Majan, Notes app is getting huge features, right?
Yeah, math equation, right? Math equation solution, like don't we have that already?
No, we don't.
Okay.
We have that feature with OneNote, but not with the default Notes app.
Math equation, building audio video notes.
Yeah. For now, if you need to record an audio, you use the voice notes app, right?
Yeah.
Voice memos app, right?
Yeah.
It rumored that there will be a integrated audio note taking facility that once you record the audio, text, it will convert it into text using AI.
Okay. So
that will be really nice.
Yeah.
Video notes, I don't know. I'm not sure how that will play out. I'm excited to that too.
They are just leaving like breadcrumbs in the applications, right? So they are native apps. So Safari will get a search assistant, Notes will get a text to audio assistant, like a thing, and math equations. So math equations, I think the ChatGPT is able to do, right? So basically those AI kind of a thing. So they are like integrating shit into native apps, right?
Yeah, I think they are integrating small sheets that can process on device.
Yeah.
So these features will be really seamless.
Probably.
Imagine iPad with Apple Pencil. You can just write math equations and it solves it.
Yeah. So like right now, what is the latest chip they have implemented? Like M4?
M4, but it's only on iPad Pro, new iPad Pro.
Basically, like next year or after next year, they will probably have like a on-device AI assistant, like fully running on-device AI.
Yeah.
By the time.
Yeah. The next day, let's talk about iPad and macOS separately, Macha. It's rumored that iMessage will be getting a really good update because RCS, Rich Communication Services, that Apple announced finally that it will support the default iMessage will support RCS. So you guys, Android and iOS users can text using internet.
That's
But definitely they will mark Android users as green bubbles.
they will do that.
They will do that, but they will implement RCS because if they don't, they can't operate iMessages in UK.
So okay, so European region are pushing things, right?
Yeah, they're pushing things. RCS is a good. I think it's a good thing. Imagine you have a friend using Android and he's living in USA. We are living in Sri Lanka. Imagine sending a media message to them as a text or even SMS. Really expensive. So
Yeah.
I think it's better.
I'm sure like most of the people going to stop using WhatsApp from after that. So
yeah, they could, but I'm not sure.
RCS it's like secure, right? They use
it's
encryption.
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure because RCS is currently very integrated in default Android app, Android messaging app. But I think it's not end-to-end encrypted. But I think it's possible that RCS connections can be encrypted. Other than that, I don't think Apple will commit to implement that even.
Yeah.
And finally, it's rumored that they will add text formatting like bold, italics. Basically, iMessage is doing catching up with WhatsApp in iOS 18.
Yeah.
They see that Google Messages, iMessages, they see that a lot of users now use WhatsApp, Android or iOS or whatever. Even WhatsApp knows this. They implement really recently. I saw they did a UI revamp, and Android and iOS apps are both identical now.
Okay.
So users don't miss out on the application experience. So that's a good thing. I think Apple acknowledged that, and they need to implement certain small features. They will implement those certain small features like text formatting, message effects will be more customized and everything. I think majority of iMessage features will be added. Mostly will be influenced from WhatsApp or Telegram. They're catching up with WhatsApp. It's a good thing actually. All I need is iMessage to be more speed.
Yeah, they take a lot of time, right? To images and everything else.
Another feature that Apple is rumored to be implemented. I use Apple Calendar a lot. I know you do too. For reminders, I now use Microsoft To Do and Reminders because we can sync those two. But imagine a situation, Maja, I'm putting a reminder to do on tomorrow at 9 a.m. When I start my work tomorrow, open my calendar. I don't see that reminder on my calendar in default apps, default iOS apps. Microsoft does this. Microsoft have a way to integrate those two applications, their task managers and calendar. Google have a feature. For Apple users and macOS users, we have to use third-party app. I'm using a third-party app, Fantastical. Fantastical is integrating reminders and calendars. So if you put a due date in your reminder, your Fantastical calendar will show it. Because of that feature only, I'm using Fantastical for my default calendar, and it's rumored that finally Apple will deeply integrate reminders and calendars. So this will be a good thing. We'll see how Apple implement this.
Yeah, because one thing I noticed was that let's say we can actually put birthdays and other reminders in calendar as well, right? As well as remind app as well. But when it comes to calendar, we cannot prioritize that notification. But in the reminders we can. But some people are used to integrating their calendars and everything into one place and adding all the syncing all the birthdays and everything in calendar application, but the notification popping out from calendar, it does not prioritize. Like if we are like on a focus mode applied, like a sleep or do not disturb or something else, that notification will be gone. I don't know, like it will be lost. Sometimes it's hard to find. But when it comes to the reminder app, if you have set the priority as high or something like that, then we will get the notification, we will hear the sound and we will see it. So it's hard to miss. So I think it's really good that they're combining these two applications into one, and like the notifications into one. So
yeah, that's a good thing. That's a good thing to deeply integrate reminders and calendars. I'm down to that also. But the thing is, Macha, what will happen to Fantastical?
So
because Fantastical is like they are limiting their features for free users. They have a paid team. They are a really good separate company. Same happened with like the journaling app I'm using is, as I remember the name, Day One. It's really good journaling app, but the thing is, Apple made that app the app of the year, I think. They gave an award even. And right after a year, they cloned that, renamed that app to Journal. I'm not sure what's going to happen to Fantastical. I think Fantastical also one of the best app. Apple ordered as one of the best app for macOS.
Okay.
They just do this, but I don't know. Indie developers will vanish. I think they are not having any backups. They will be vanished.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a new browser called Arc browser. It's a really good set of features, like web page summarizing. They does everything current iOS and everything. And Apple made that app the design app of the year, I think. So the next Safari might look like Arc.
Yeah. So if your favorite app is winning the app of the App Store, then most probably it will be get replaced by the one of the Apple native apps.
Yeah. That's like Machan, the same concept that there are certain small animals that lives under a huge shark's body. They just feed on small bits that shark eats. Basically, the leftover food from whatever the shark eats, they just thrive in it because they are getting free food. They don't have to go anywhere. They don't have to hunt or anything. Shark also don't mind those things hanging in his body, but at some point, shark might destroy you. So that's basically the same thing happening here with Apple.
Yeah. So they let new applications rose into the fame and they copy their features and add them into their native application. And
for me, as I explained, I needed that reminders and calendars deep integration. I needed that feature. So I went out and I found solutions regarding that exact requirement I need. So I found Fantastica. So I'm using Fantastica.
I didn't know that you were using that one.
But the thing is, Machan, Fantastica is, I feel really bad about that developer. They, to this date, haven't created a Windows version. They only created iOS and macOS version only. I'm not sure about that developer, but it is how it is. Yeah. That's the way Apple doing it.
You should think into this only this ecosystem. As a developer,
they imagine a prison that certain prisoners try to escape. They will find how they try to escape, and they will block that with their own implementation of that feature.
Yeah.
I think Apple knows that if they want to buy, for example, if they want to buy Fantastical, I think let's say they need like $1 million. Fantastical is requesting $1 million for their acquisition. I think it's cheaper to copy them and fight in the lawsuit that Fantastical will raise rather than buying that. They do this every time. I think Bill Gates is there was like a time period that Bill Gates was really famous for this. They just start to copy developers, and once the developers take the legal actions, they just paid him off. I think that's cheaper.
Yeah.
They don't have to spend money on taxes or anything. Yeah. Another feature that rumored Machan. I'm not using this feature a lot with iOS, but vastly with macOS Spotlight search. I use that in macOS all the time.
Yeah.
It's really good. Spotlight is basically, if you don't know, Spotlight is basically a search function that will search anything on your device. Anything. I mean, even a link, app, file, anything on your file. Basically, you just have to pull down from your home screen and type things. If you need to find a Kanishka's contact number, you just type Kanishka and it will prompt you with Kanishka where the exact word is saved. I'm not using this on my mobile, but I used it on macOS. And it's rumored that Spotlight will getting a huge improvement, and internally they called it Project Grey Matter. I'm not sure that they will integrate internet to it, but I saw a small fascinating thing, Machan. ChatGPT, OpenAI announced a dedicated app for macOS, right?
Yeah.
They announced it. It's currently available for paid ChatGPT users. In that app, if you implement that app, basic keyboard shortcut for Spotlight search on macOS is Command and Spacebar, right?
Yeah.
You can override it with ChatGPT's search.
Yeah. So they are offering us option and space. So
right. Okay.
So we are using Spotlight for
that search
and space, right?
Yeah. That search is really good, right?
Yeah. It just
ChatGPT one.
Yeah. Right away it pops up, and we can just speed chatting it, just like we are searching on the Spotlight. We can chat with ChatGPT, and it suddenly opens up a new chat and do the calculations and give the output right away. It's like they are giving us clues, Deva, Nikan.
Yeah.
That this is how it's going to be.
Really pay attention. Yeah. I think OpenAI and Apple partnership is really significant rather than Google and Apple partnership. If you don't know, Google having a really good partnership with Apple to be the default search engine on every Apple device. I think they pay like 6 to 7 billion per year for Apple.
Yeah.
Just to be their default search engine, and Apple allows it because that's the best one available. So does with OpenAI ChatGPT, this is the best one available. So these are the features that iOS 18 will be coming up and rumored to be. Let's now move on to macOS, Macha.
Yeah.
So regarding macOS 15, what are the rumors, Macha?
They're changing this new settings menu.
Yeah. I think Machan, they are doing the settings menu revamp on every operating system,
including iOS.
Like iOS. Yeah. They will change it on iOS, and it will be similar to macOS, and macOS will be similar to iPadOS. So that ecosystem is having a consistency.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think macOS need many things, Macha. Regarding AI generated things, I don't think a lot of AI generating things users will use. Basically, I use my macOS to chat with ChatGPT, so I need a chatbot.
Yeah.
I don't use my voice to chat with ChatGPT. If it's a mobile device, it's easy. It's like a walkie-talkie. But for macOS, where a station, working station, I don't need a voice assistant. It's better. It's good. Siri is available. I haven't used Siri
Yeah.
in macOS, but ChatGPT like thing will be really nice. Like that, the you mentioned that Spotlight search thing with ChatGPT app
Yeah.
that's integrated in macOS. It's really good.
Mm.
That's my opinion. I think the majority of those the features that implemented in iOS will be coming over to macOS also, and the same will be happen to iPadOS also, because that's Apple, and what they are really good at is that
Yeah.
they make sure to have the consistency, so they know that users will not left out on certain features on certain devices. That's how they maintain the ecosystem. What else are rumored to be in macOS? Actually, this year macOS not having any leakages regarding the features that they will get.
Yeah. So like when you're talking about using ChatGPT and everything, like a voice assistant on a Mac OS. So I was thinking, like, if we having the so-called Siri 2.0 and it's running on every device we have, basically I don't think that we don't even have to integrate with macOS to get things done, bro. Like if we can use Siri on our iPhone or the Apple Watch, basically it will get the things done, right? So I don't think we have to be interacting with Siri in macOS, like, to get things done.
The thing is, Vaja, the way I think, small thing I noticed, if you guys are using ChatGPT, Kanishk is definitely using ChatGPT and he's using the paid version, so it's like really rich. I'm using the free version. There's this small feature in ChatGPT. Prior to ChatGPT 4.0, they instructed their users to use a separate chat every time that you are using the chat, because ChatGPT will have the memory regarding the conversation it had previously. Simply, I'll simplify that. If you are having a math issue, so you are asking ChatGPT to resolve it. He's not giving the correct answer. You are giving a certain parameter, then he's giving the correct answer. Then in the same chat, don't ask ChatGPT to generate a poem, because with his memory, he's aligned to resolve math issues. So that's why OpenAI asked users to open a separate chat every time you are using the chat. I'm saying this is prior to the ChatGPT 4.0. After that event, they announced that ChatGPT will have memory across all the chats they had. So now, though, you don't have to instruct him that I'm gonna ask you a maths question, so remember this, remember that. Then you start another chat and you are asking, previously I asked this one, what's the answer? He will answer it.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Okay,
I was still doing the whole approach. I was opening new chats to each and every chat I used.
Yeah, that's a good one, Macha. In my working environment, I saw that a lot of people, like, they can go to ChatGPT's website, open a chat, and for the whole day they are asking certain things on the same chat. That's not good. But ChatGPT is so good that we don't realize that.
Yeah.
But if you really considering it as generative AI and AI module, if you know the basics, you should know that it works with cloud. It having like 10,000 lines of memory it used to had, but now they are implemented a system-wide memory. So imagine, okay, for me personally, let's say I'm asking a math equation from ChatGPT and I needed answers. Then another chat I will ask about like podcast description. That's something that I really use ChatGPT for. I don't mark my chats. I don't rename my chats. That this is the answer to the chat maths equation. This is the episode number 82 podcast description. I don't do that. So I don't go through the chat history and look back at the chats I had with ChatGPT and okay, she said this one. Okay, like that. Every time for a small thing, every small thing, over and over, I ask ChatGPT the same thing. But that's not the way that ChatGPT is designed to work. Like, since ChatGPT is a web app or even a mobile app, it's basically porting the web application to the mobile device. It have the cross-device compatibility. The advantage of cross-devicing on across iOS, Android, Windows, or whatever the platform you're using. That's an advantage ChatGPT has.
Yeah.
If Siri is turning out to be a good ChatGPT, Apple already have this ecosystem-based continuation, like information continuation.
Yeah.
So imagine a situation like you had a crazy idea regarding a design. You ask ChatGPT or whatever Siri 2.0 to generate an image based on your idea. You just speak to it. Then that image will be generated on the device. Then you put your phone away. Then you open Siri on your working station, and that generated image is there. Clicking on that image and imagine editing that image using default Photos app. So it will be a really good ecosystem integration that we never wanted, but Apple will push it that we might will need it.
Probably they will do that.
They will do. They will do it, and they are really good at it. Actually,
it's like like I don't think they have like foreshow this and foresee this and plan for this kind of a integration, but they were like they had this seamless integration with their hardware and everything else early. That's I think that's one of the reasons they're going to be ahead in the AI game going forward, because if they were able to integrate Siri as we are speaking right now, then it's gonna be it's gonna be a huge impact for everybody. So
that I think with the Apple's level of attention to detail, they will integrate this deeper. And it rumored that they are tackling everyone. Like for MacOS, they are developing assistant like GitHub Copilot to help you code better for Xcode. And they even they're not developing it. It said that Mark Gurman said that they are already using it to develop certain things. So a lot of these AI things they are already using internally. Okay. That's how the Project Grey Matter that name got leaked and everything. Another small thing that I realized that the deeper integration that the lens that Apple will go with new iPad. Did you see new iPads, man?
No.
They are really good. There's the new Apple Pencil. They called it Apple Pencil Pro. There is a small feature that in the Notes app, this is your iPad. Imagine this is your iPad. My hand is your iPad. Then I'm getting the Apple Pencil to write something on iPad. I use there are certain pencil, pen, and a lot of fountain pen, and there are varieties of pens that you can write. Imagine a pencil. You are getting closer to the display, there will be a small shadow pointing that this is the point that you will draw. Okay. Then that user, I will definitely include this video demo in the video episode of our episode podcast. Also, quick shout out, we are available everywhere. As you can see on my left hand side, Aprender podcast, this video platform is growing slowly, but definitely on YouTube you can check it out, or you subscribe and like the videos you are watching. And for every podcasting sessions, we are available everywhere. We make sure to publish our audio episode first on our audio podcast only platforms, and then we will publish our video on X and YouTube. Okay, coming back. If you select the fountain pen option, the foreshadow will show a small line, the edge of the fountain pen. That's not what fascinates me. While they are shadowing, prior to touching the display, while they are shadowing my pen, the shadow makes that shadow that will imprinted on the display is a fountain pen. Imagine that. You are having the Apple Pencil. You are selecting fountain pen option. Then you take the pen and getting it closer to the screen, and the shadow that shows in the iPad is a fountain pen. And certain developer decoded the iPadOS code, and he found that for every input device there is a digitally made up device. I will definitely attach the video. It will really amaze you regarding their attention to detail in implementing certain things. So this AI thing will definitely work well with Apple ecosystem. That's pretty much it with macOS, Macha.
Yeah.
Did we miss anything?
No,
right? So the changes that we mentioned in the iOS, like Safari, iMessage, Notes, reminders and calendars integration, and everything will be move over to iPadOS and macOS also. I think the more interesting part is iPadOS. Let's talk about iPadOS 18. So as Kanchka mentioned, he haven't followed up with the new iPad. Basically, in summary, new iPads were launched. iPad Pro, 13-inch and 11-inch. They both got M4 chip, first of a kind chip, M4. M4 is not available on a Mac, iMac or anywhere else, just available on iPad. M4 iPad Pro is so powerful that only barrier it has is its software. That's what every reviewer said about it. The functions that this iPad can do is limited by OS. So lot of iPad users are expecting a huge jump with the ability to use iPadOS as a separate OS. There were like crazy suggestions on Twitter, like certain users say that with the spec hardware capabilities of the, if you're buying the 512 version or 1 terabyte, there are like base model is 256 GB, then 512 GB, 1 TB and 2 TB options. If you are buying 1 TB and 2 TB options, RAM will be 12 GB. So base model M3 iPad Pro doesn't have 12 GB RAM. So based on that fact, users are suggesting if user is buying an iPad, there should be boot up option to choose iPadOS or macOS. Can be done, right?
Yeah.
So that is the level that iPad is at a level where it's super powerful, but software is limiting it. So we are expecting huge jumps, huge boosts in iPad software. Also, not to mention that in the iPad unveiling event, Apple mentioned AI. This device is capable of a lot of AI things. Far more far many times than they use the AI word in the last 5 years or 6 years. So we are expecting a lot of things from iPad software regarding AI, or might be generative AI features like things. What else, Macha? What else there will be happening on iPadOS?
Like when you were talking about that one, I was thinking of the same thing. Like if they have integrated so much power into one device, probably they will be they must have plans for it, right? So in the coming WWDC, probably they will have like some sort of develop APIs designed specifically for AI related functionalities, and they will open it up to the developers so they can develop AI generated or AI powered applications right away.
Yeah. Also, I noticed that new iPads had some upgrades and even some downgrades. Small downgrade, I saw that the previous iPad Pro generation had 2 back cameras with a wide angle lens, but the new iPads only having 1 camera. So I looked up why they did the downgrade, and the thing is, Macha, most users that use iPad, they use iPad to capture documents. So they don't need wide angle camera.
Okay.
To accompany this, they downgraded to only 1 camera, and they implemented the new flashlight. This flashlight is like the same flashlight we saw back in, I think, iPhone 5s. Like there are 2 LEDs integrated as one. They are flashing separately. They demoed that when you are taking a photo of document, currently they are prompting to select the edges and do the brightness changes and everything. But with the new flash, with the 2-tone flash, if you are taking a picture of document, it will perfectly clear. So basically they turned the camera into a document scan. I'm not complaining because most users use their iPad for this feature only.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. And they oriented their camera from vertical to horizontal end. And of course, Apple did another small thing, that they make sure that new Apple Pencil Pros are only capable and only compatible with the latest iPad. So if you want the new if you want the new Apple Pencil, the features that it offers, you need to buy the new iPad.
Okay.
That's like basic Apple thing.
Yeah.
They do. So yes, still the limitation is software. But I have this question, Maga. So for mobile devices, there is iPhone, right? For full power utilization work, there are like iMacs to be mobile. If you need a mobile version, then there will be Mac. How about iPad? How will it work? I think I'm not sure. Imagine iPads having the same capability of macOS. Then macOS running devices sale will be impacted, right?
Yeah.
So Mac sale will be getting a downfall. So Apple need to make sure that if you need an iPad, you can't do everything with an iPad. You should, if you want certain functionalities, you need to buy a Mac. This is actually a really good question. I think they need to close the gap between those devices, but they need to make sure that there is a barrier.
Yeah. So
otherwise the both sales will be downgraded.
Yeah. So they're like using software and hardware, they're keeping that barrier, right? So
yeah.
MacBooks, they don't have that touch capability, and
yes, exactly.
iPad, it doesn't have that macOS, integrated macOS capability. So basically they're just keeping that kind of barrier in there, so people won't jump in between, or either they have to buy them both or either one. Simple.
Yeah. Even with the app integration, let's say if you're an editor on Final Cut Pro, or if you're using Logic Pro, you have to do a single one-time payment for Final Cut Pro in macOS. It's like around $300, same price as the DaVinci Pro, I think. But if you want to use Final Cut on iPadOS, you need to buy Final Cut on iPadOS version again, because one version is optimized to mouse point,
Okay.
other one is optimized to
Touch. Okay.
Yeah. So they make sure that they are putting extra effort to create the services. And I noticed that Apple, with the current state of mind, a lot of users not upgrading their hardware devices every year. They are like at a state that every new phone releasing every year doesn't make anything significant to the table. So users don't need to upgrade every year. So Apple made sure. So that means basically Apple sales will go down.
Yeah.
Right. So they focused on getting revenue from services. So they make sure that Apple Music is really good, Apple TV is really good. What else? iCloud is really good. Photos and everything goes with iCloud. They created a separate VPN feature with Apple Relay, and Apple Arcade gaming services and everything. So they make sure that Final Cut application is also a separate subscription. iPad version is a subscription, but macOS version is a one-time payment. That's the way of Apple. Tech company, but still a business company. They are in high power of focusing on businesses. So this is the summary of iPadOS. iPadOS need a significant software boost, but I'm not sure that Apple will deliver it. But there is a huge rumor, highly requested feature. iPadOS doesn't have a default calculator app.
Huh?
Yes.
Like the native calculator app?
Yeah, iPad doesn't have it. It's rumored that finally with iPadOS 18 there will be a calculator. While I'm researching it, like I saw an interview by MKHD interviewing Craig Federighi. Craig Federighi, I think Senior Vice President of Software in Apple. He directly asked why there is no calculator app in iPad. He says they didn't see a significance of having a calculator in iPad to do the basic calculations. That's true. If I need a calculator in iPad, they just can make an calculator with huge numbers, huge calculator, like utilizing all the screen. But imagine having a scientific calculator level advancements in the iPad calculator. So he said that they need more time to curate a good calculator to iPad. I think whether
they're probably
like 2 to 3 years back.
Yeah, probably like bringing out that math equation thing into iPad.
Yeah. That Apple calculator might be integrated with the mathematical equations with input from the Apple Pencil. That could be true. We don't know. Those are the rumors.
Yeah.
But finally, a calculator app will be there. Those are the rumors that we find in our research on iPadOS. Not much of things that, as I mentioned, Apple is really good at keeping things hidden this year. tvOS, I think next up is tvOS. I think tvOS will be getting the majority of the improvements based on new Siri. Because I have a HomePod. I use Siri all the time to play music, put reminders, like mostly to set alarms and control certain HomeKit applications. I tried to use Siri to get answers for certain long queries, but at some point she gave up on myself. She doesn't even talk back. So I think if new Siri is integrated, that a Siri that having the conversational ability level of like ChatGPT 4, that will be like really huge.
Yeah.
I will definitely use tvOS 18's new Siri more. Yeah, that's pretty much it with our research and predictions for iOS, macOS, iPadOS, and tvOS. So, other than these, we found small things that in our research phase, Masha. I think we found a small thing regarding Apple Health, right? What is it, Masha?
So Apple Health, basically they are again, combining with artificial intelligence and a subscription this time. Oh, that's gonna be huge.
Yes.
So
yes, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So that's gonna be a huge. Because so Apple Watch is integrated to Apple Health app, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I even saw certain like every WWDC event, Maja, or WWDC or Apple hardware event, they are showcasing certain patients, certain users that genuinely save their life using Apple Watch. Like, for example, certain user said that he felt and Apple Watch alerted that this guy is fallen to their emergency services, or like satellite calling feature, certain things, but mostly related to health features. So imagine a country where users trust Apple Watch for more accurate health recommendation rather than a doctor. So Apple just have to find a way to customize everything for certain user, because Apple Watch or even iPhone is really good at tracking certain movements on users. So Apple having like huge data set for each and every user of their product. So they have a data set. They can train an AI module. They don't need third-party data.
Yeah.
So the rumor is that this is a long-term rumor. I'm not sure WWDC 2024 will unveil this feature. As I found, they are creating Apple Health Plus subscription with like medical recommendation and everything.
That's a smart move, neighbor.
Smart move, but it's risky. Imagine wrong recommendations that's handed over to users by the Health Plus. But the hardware capabilities are really good. I think that will really deeply integrated into this service. Right?
Yeah.
What else? There are certain small things that we miss, Maja. Another thing is that regarding majority of the features that we explained are related to AI, right?
Yeah.
So as I told previously, I'm really excited to see the Apple's take on privacy and security regarding user data. So I found that prior to sending users data to third-party company like OpenAI or Google Gemini, Apple created a data center using the M2 chip to process their data in-house. So as Kanishka mentioned, with like next to 2 to 3 years, Apple will create their own assistant powered by their own cloud. Currently, they need a third-party vendor to support their works and get the race going on with other competitors. So that will be a good thing there. So they created M2 powered data centers.
Sure. Right now, the chip under the underlying infrastructure for AI and supercomputing, it happens on GPUs, right?
Yeah.
So basically, what they're saying is the ARM chips, silicon chips are better than GPU.
No, I think these data centers are based on M2 chip that really optimize for machine learning parts.
They have their own. Yeah. Separated
So basically they do the architectural design of the M series, right? So they just had to move cores and optimize those chips to, I think these are M2 Ultra chips that customized for AI. I don't know how that thing works, but definitely I think this is a good approach rather than using NVIDIA's chips, because this will save them a lot of money.
Yeah.
Also, as I explained and Kanishka mentioned, that Apple's partnership with OpenAI is really risky, because OpenAI is not a really good company with user data and privacy. As conclusion to this episode, we don't know how things will turn out, but Apple will make sure that their users trust their approach with privacy and security, right? So Apple will make sure to keep the strength of that trust. And small thing I noticed, Machang, there are certain Twitter users that found that Apple is rebranding their Apple ID tag. Say, what do you have? Like, if you are using Gmail, you're having a Google account. If you're having Hotmail or Outlook mail, you're having Microsoft account, right? If you're having Apple email, you're having Apple ID. So they are rebranding Apple ID to Apple account.
Well, account.
Yeah.
Oh.
Certain areas, there were certain areas Apple like account is mentioned. Other than that, there are certain small things like a majority of AI powered things are coming to iPhone 15 series and above. For macOS, certain generative AIs and AI powered things need at least M1 chip. This will be like actual hardware requirements, or might be marketing gimmicks. I think this is a marketing gimmick. They need new users to buy their devices, hardware devices also.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I mentioned, Majang, Apple is more focusing on getting their services everywhere, right? So it's rumored that WWDC that they will unveil their Apple TV Plus Android app. Currently, Windows version is they are having a Windows version. macOS version is defaultly there. Web version is also good. They are creating a native Android app for Apple TV Plus also, like Netflix. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yes, Apple definitely will tackle the privacy and security concerns with AI also. Also, they internal tested like sandboxing thing, VirtualBox, black box thing for testing, internal testing. I'm not sure because there were no more details regarding that. So I'm just mentioning the name dropping that. So if they mention that in the WWDC, so we can later assess it as that we told you so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Mark Gurman clearly mentioned that, Majang, in one article, that certain AI features will not available as day one feature. Those features might need some time.
Okay.
So yeah, that's good. I'm not sure that's good or not, but that he clearly mentioned that also. So that I'm mentioning to you guys also. Yeah, this is pretty much it.
Yeah.
What else, Majang? What do you think? What do you think about Apple's rumored approach with AI? What is your conclusion regarding this, Majang?
I think, but like based on their previous approaches when it comes to moving in towards a new technological incorporation, so they took their time, but comparatively previous integrations, I think integration with AI it was shorter. Because the hardware integration and every features, the things we get from the other Android and other devices, they usually take their time, right? So around 3-4 years until we get that type of a feature and update into our devices and all. But this time it was less than we anticipated. And I think the integrations, the ecosystem and everything, it will give them a better hand in order
Mm.
to,
Yeah.
open them and
Yeah, I think
yeah.
I think this small approach to AI is their approach of saying that we are more concerned about user privacy and security, right?
Yeah.
They are not implementing, they are not copying everyone else just to keep you up with it, but they are competing. They are definitely not winning, but they are competing. So their user base is not missing out on anything.
Yeah.
They make sure to do that. That's actually a good approach, I think. But certain partnerships like they made with OpenAI is I'm really concerned because I don't trust OpenAI with their history. Let's see how things will turn out, right, Maja?
Yeah. We will
Yeah, I saw last
come up
minute.
with we will come up with I told you so episodes.
Yeah. So episode title will be I told you so. Yes, that's it, right, Maja?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how the rumors and details we find will actually make it to WWDC. And after the WWDC, we will do another episode regarding what we miss or the things that we miss and things that we found. And we will say a big I told you so to you guys. So until then, have a safe week. Be safe and Jai Veva.